go over some of our blocking schemes and our calls for the offensive line. All right, so it's called line calls. We'll make this one take, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, line calls. Anything that the center and the play side guard do together. If we're running a zone play or whatever, anything that these two guys do together is called an ace. Anything that these two guys, when they work together, is called an ace. Some form of ace. Anything that the guard and the tackle do together is called a deuce. Anything that the tackle and the tight end do together is a tray. All right, that's play side. All right, anything that the center and the backside guard, this is backside. Anything the center and the backside guard do together is a scoop. Anything that the backside guard and tackle do together is a slip. And anything that the backside tight end and tackle do together is a slut. Alright? So we've got scoop, slip, and slut on the backside, ace, deuce, tray on the front side. For example, on your front side stuff, if we were running the zone play, we have a 3 technique here, and a linebacker here. We're running a stretch. We're going to run a stretch. 38. Okay? The guard's going to stretch, work outside breast to armpit. Alright, the center's going to stretch and go get the linebacker, but the center's going to come up and he's going to make a call. He's going to say ace, me. Meaning me is going to get the linebacker. That's the ace me. Ace me. If we had the same kind of look over here, and they had it in a 1 technique, playing that guy in a 1 technique, we're going to run the same thing. We've got the safety out here, tight end's going for him, the tackle's working on 1. Now, the center will come up and he'll say ace, you. And we'll use a ricochet technique to get that, which we'll get in the other, but this is an ace, you. So it's ace me, ace you on the stretch play. So it works the same way. If we come down here and we've got a 5 technique and a backer, and the guard comes up and he says deuce me. Tackle, you work the outside breast to armpit, the guard's going to stretch, work, and he's going to get the linebacker. All right, he's going to get the linebacker. So that's a deuce, that's a deuce, me. We got an ace, me. All right, we come up here. Now all of a sudden they jump in that 4-eye on that Okie front. They got him down there in the 4-eye. Guard will tell the tackle, deuce, you. So we got a deuce, you. We've got an ace, you. And it works right on down the line. If we come out and we got a 4-3 stack, they've got the Sam linebacker in here. The tackle will come up and he'll say tray, me. We're outside breast, he'll stretch and run the angle and get the linebacker. If we come up here, for some reason they go with a 7 technique and walk the Sam outside. We'll go tray, you. So those are our zone scheme calls across that. Those are our zone scheme calls across the front, on the front side thing. Basically on the stretch play. But it's ace me, ace you, boom, boom, boom. Now the other forms that we have on this right here is that we can come up And if we're this is a stretch. Like I said, this is the main cause on stretch. Okay? All right, now say we're gonna run zone, the inside zone, the belly play, zone 44, 45. Now, we can have a nose guard and a one technique with a linebacker stack. And we wanna work this. We wanna work this inside foot boom, tackle, we got center working up, feeding it over, pushing it. He comes here, the center works off. He comes there, the guard works off. All right? We would call that an ace read. Ace read. So we've got ace you, ace me, ace read on the zone play. Those are our ace calls that we have. If we come down here, and we've got a 4-eye or a gap player in the backer stack. We want to come up here and we want to deuce this, and we want to come off on that linebacker, and that is a deuce read. And the same thing with the tight end and the tackle. If it's here and the backers are stacked and we're running an inside play, we want to combo it up either way, and we have a tray read. All right. So read is more of a combo block. Read is a combo block, combination block. When do you come off on this? When does this guard know to come off? Well, the guard basically would never come off until that linebacker stepped up here and was almost coming through the hole. Center can come off. If this is number 45, I tell the down guy, whoever the guy is, do not ever come off till you read the backside number. So when you can see the 5, when he can see the 5, separate and go. When this guard can see the 4 clearly, separate and go. If there's any doubt, block level 1. Block level 1 and stay. When we talk about levels, these down guys, they're all on level 1. Linebackers are on level 2. Secondary is level 3. That's the different levels that we're going to block. In the zone play, any kind of zone play, if we have to waste 2 on the down guy and don't even block the linebacker, let his ass go. Let the linebacker go. Do not worry about the linebacker. All right. So those are the main things on the play side that we have on the stretch and the zone play side. Just on that, we'll get into our gap schemes here in just a minute on our calls. All right, now we're going to come. We have a 0 nose guard. And we're running the stretch play out here, and we're going to scoop the backside. We're going to scoop the backside. That's a scoop. All right. Now, if on the backside of the play, for some reason we have a 3 technique, they went to an under front, and that backer's cheated down in there. And we're running stretch. That means the backfield action is headed this way, right there. I'll rainbow it a little bit right there. He's headed right there, and the quarterback comes out here and hands it. Well, that action is really going to flow. That action, we're full running flat angles like that. We're jumping this nose guard. So now on the backside, we have a slip. This is a slip anytime these 2 guys work together. Now, if the backer was lined up more over here in this area, that guard would take 1 step, come off, work that up and get it, and the tackle goes in there and cut. He would cut on that. But the backer's not back there. The backer's cheated over here and he's running. So now we've got a slip we have to perform on the backside. But the guard knows I've got to go. It's stretch. A guard says I got to stretch. I got to go. And that tackle now has got a sprint down in there, and he has to cut block that 3 technique. For us, that is still a slip, but there's a shoot call. It's called shoot. That means we're shooting that backside. We're shooting that guard through there, go get that backer. Backside tackle has to cut on the shoot. There has to be a cut block on the shoot. Or try to cut him anyway. But that's a different form of a slip. If we're running the stretch to the split inside, we may have the back set over here. And we may have a 3 in this here. And we're going to run it to the back side. All of a sudden they pulled the linebackers on us a little bit and brought this safety down. Alright, so we're here reading 1 to 2. That works out. He gets him, center's working up here. He gets that, we got that. Now we're going to slut the backside. We're going to slut the backside up to that safety. That is a slut. Boom, right there. Alright. And we just know the difference between a power game or an inside zone. Inside zone, we would work more into this and up. Stretch, we're going to work out. Because stretch, that tailback's headed towards that imaginary tight end. The backs are headed that way, we're headed that way. Alright? The backs are headed this way, we're headed more this way. And we'll get into that here on the zone play. But those are basically the calls that we have on the backside. Now we have a couple calls we call triple. If I'm the center and I've got a shade and I've got a 3 technique here and a backer, alright, the center will call triple. That means, I'm sorry, wrong. They'll call gang. He'll make a gang call. Gang means we're going to work outside breast to armpit. I'm stretching, running my track for the linebacker, and you got the nose guard, and he's coming there. But gang talks to these 3 guys right here. Talks to these 3 guys that we're ganging on this. We're running that gang right there up to that backer. If that 3 technique spikes, the center's always expecting it. He hooks up and the guard's up on the back. Boom, boom. Okay? But that is a gang. Gang is front side 3. If we call triple, now we're talking to the back side 3. We might have a bare front with a wide guy here and here. We're going here, here. We call triple. That means the center's going to snap, stretch, go get the backer, the guard's getting that, and the tackle's getting that. That is a triple. 3-man game with the backside 3. That is a triple call. Triple. We go, we get it, take it, go with it. Alright? So we've got gang and triple. Mainly on the stretch play or the zone play. Okay? Alright, now you go inside zone. On the back side. On the back side of inside zone, you have a 3 technique. Now we will work what we call right foot, left foot, boom, boom, into that, push that, and come off. And that's more of a power slip. That means we're staying in there riding that baby out of there. If we've got an okie front with a 0 nose guard, we will work a power scoop. Or like I said, on the back side, you've got this, you got a wide backer, and you got a strong safety down the box. The tackle will come off, work that, tight ends in, work that, and we'll work a power slut. Okay? So that's how we work This is all inside zone. Inside zone play, or the belly that we'll introduce to you later. But those are our calls that we use against those certain fronts. Scoop, slip and slut, ace, deuce, tray, front side. Alright. Now if we get into a trap or a power game or something like that, our calls still pretty much stay the same. We still pretty much stay the same. If we get, we're gonna run a one back power. And they give us a pure oaky front. Okay? We're gonna come off here and reach that, and we're gonna pull that guard around and trap that linebacker on the power. We're gonna trap that linebacker on the power. We want this tackle to step in here and get this 5 technique right there. We're gonna reverse, hand the ball here in the A gap and run it. Now these two guys, he's gonna come off and we're gonna ace to the backside linebacker. So these two guys are doubling that nose guard. Boom, ace to the backside linebacker. Ace to the backside linebacker. So we call it ace back. Okay? It's not real complicated. We call it ace back. Alright, if we put another front right below it, they've got a 3 technique with a 6, front side backer, 1 technique backer. And we're going to pull this guard around for the front side backer, base the tight end, and we're going to deuce. We're going to come off and deuce, block back, pick and hinge to the backside linebacker. We call it deuce back. Alright. If we've got a 5 technique and an oaky front, we're going to come off there and we're running a 2 back power where the fullback's going to kick out, pick and hinge here, and the backside guard's going to pull around for that linebacker. Alright, we make help, come back here, boom, boom, pick and hinge it, or it's an under front. Block back. That anytime the center blocks back here, and he's covered, and he needs that guard's help, he makes a help call. That's called a help call. Center comes says help. But anyway, these two guys are traying now. They're traying to the backside linebacker, so we call that tray back. All right. So you got ace back, deuce back, tray back on the gap schemes, on the gap scheme game. All right. Now we come on that. We go to the stack family. Say you have an odd stack defense. And we want to run the same kind of scheme here. We go here, but now we want to ace to the Mike backer. Ace to the Mike backer. Pull that guard in there to kick that and work this tackle through. Run that power play right there. Center's going to come off, boom. Drive that. Guard's going to take 1 T-board step, stay square, don't cross over, keep your shoulder pads square, work down that canal off on that backer. We call that ace Mike. Ace Mike. Because now we're acing to the Mike back. If we've got a 4-3 scheme, we've got a 4-3 scheme here. Center's going to block back. We're going to work him through. We're going to pull this guard and trap to Sam. Now we're going to deuce. If Mike runs over top, the tackle will come off. If Mike runs under, the guard will come off. But we're deucing Mike. We deuce to the Mike. If we've got the 2 back power, bring that down. He declares that a stack. Now we'll tray to the mic, kick out, and run the power out there. So we got tray mic. Alright, so we got ace mic, deuce mic, tray mic. Ace back, deuce back, tray back. So if it's a middle linebacker and we're going for him right here in the middle, we're ace deuce training to the mic. If we're going to the backside linebacker who's back behind the formation, he's back behind the formation, he's back behind the formation, then we're ace deuce training it back. Train it back to the linebacker. Alright. Now you can work these same calls when we get down the road into pass protections. I don't like a lot of calls. I like you guys to be able to get up there and just relax and play football and get after somebody's ass. And don't have to be thinking a lot. But there's calls that have to be made. We might be running the pass pro, and he declared 2 mics left, even though that's Sam, Mick, Mike, and Will. He knows that they're going to drop this guy in coverage rush here, and they're going to bring these guys. All right? He might declare 2 mics left. All right, if he declared 2 mics left, we need to make a lucky call. All right? We need to make a lucky call. Now the center could call it ace back, lucky, 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 or whatever. That just, you know, if you got an odd stack, he declared him the mic, and the back's got him. You go ace mic, we're set, we posted, we worked the mic, you two got that there. So it's just a form of communication that we can work with each other on and puts us on the same folks.